when illustrating a business, it's important to understand the problem you're trying to solve, right? And so this is it. The leading causes of death here in the United States is heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, and heart attack also goes with heart disease. And all those diseases are up to 90% preventable. And it's amazing because beyond that, 2 in 3 adults are obese or overweight. And even children are obese and overweight. And that's becoming more and more of an epidemic today. And all these things can be prevented through good nutrition and healthy lifestyle. And so, according to research, up to 98% of Americans fall short in one or more nutrients in their diet, meaning that they're not getting the nutrition that they need in order to prevent these diseases. And that really comes from our nutrition today in this country. So it's because a lot of people are choosing convenience over nutrition, right? I mean, fast food sales are through the roof, more than 2,000% over the past 30 years. And even people who are eating good, organic eating, every day, even those people aren't getting the nutrients they need because nutritional values of many crops that we have declined. And so just the nutritional value of the foods that we eat and so as a result, that's why so many Americans today are falling short in getting these key nutrients, and why we really are becoming sicker and sicker. Better and better scientific breakthroughs and medical research and all those things, but we're getting sicker and sicker as time goes on. And that's really the paradox, right? And again, it goes back to, we're not focusing on building health. We're not focusing on preventing disease. And so, there's tons of studies, including one that we're going to touch on later, that show that supplementation can really help prevent these things from happening, and that good nutrition and the right nutrition can build health and prevent these diseases from happening. So a little bit about the company background. Here is Dr. Forrest C. Shaklee. He was a chiropractor and a minister. And so his focus was on health and helping people. And he actually pioneered the network marketing industry. It was his vision to not only help people with their health, but also to help people with their income and providing an income opportunity for people as well. And so in 1915, he actually invented the very first, he called it at the time, vitalized mineral. And that's where the word vitamin comes from. It's from Dr. Shaklee's invention. Since then, he's also invented the very first instant protein. And he did that through a cool water processing system. It took him 30 years to develop. He patented it, and it has everything to do with the protein enzyme. That if you can extract the enzyme and maintain all of the nutritional value, then that's going to be the highest quality of nutrients in that enzyme. And what people don't realize is that as we heat up food for over 100 degrees, we're constantly doing that through baking, frying, scalding, cooking, and we're losing nutrition. And a lot of the food that we eat, as a matter of fact, is processed. And so we're actually, we're constantly not getting all the nutrition that we could be getting from foods as they're naturally found in nature. And so he believed in living in harmony with nature and really finding, ways to get most nutrition out of what nature provides. And from there, he started Shaklee Corporation in 1956. After that, Shaklee was actually acquired by a Japanese pharmaceutical company whose vision was to make Shaklee the #1 preventative disease company in the world. And so it was actually a blessing in disguise, because while Shaklee was over there in Japan, they got rid of all the network marketing. They didn't like that part of it, but they focused on research and development. And so from that time, we have tons of awesome products that are patented, that have been scientifically proven, researched, developed, and that's what we have in Shaklee today. So the guy on the right here, Roger Barnett, he comes from a line of really, really successful business people. The Barnett family have been involved with companies such as Rolex, Burberry, Equifax. Roger Barnett himself turned Beauty.com into Walgreens, and so he actually became a billionaire by doing that. And so he was looking for an opportunity, an investment that he could make that would be good for him and his future to really kind of make his legacy, right? And so he spent 5 years and $20 million researching different companies, and it led him to Shaklee. And so he acquired the company for $310 million and brought it back to the US, reestablished the network marketing part of it. And, all these companies in his family, they really focused on taking good products and improving the marketing to the point where they became number one in their industry. And that's exactly what he's done with Shaklee. Shaklee is now the number one natural nutrition company in the US. And what's interesting is that not only does he want this to be his legacy, but he wants his family to carry on the legacy of Shaklee. And so I've actually been to the headquarters, and on his desk, he doesn't have his own name. He has Spencer Barnett. His name's Roger. His son's name is Spencer. And again, it's just because he wants his family to carry on this legacy. Really cool. Okay, so this slide is very, very important. This is called Shaklee Difference. And this is how Shaklee is different from the rest, anyone else, in the natural nutrition supplement space. And, Shaklee is a science-based company and always has been. They're not a marketing company that needs products. Rather, they're a science-based company that has marketing. And so, they really value purity, potency, and then the performance of their supplements. And so what's important is what goes into the products first and foremost, right? And so here in the US, we're familiar with FDA approved stuff. Also, we have pharmaceutical grade, which is a little bit above that. Shaklee goes 250 tests beyond what is required by pharmaceutical grade products to just ensure that there's no botanical, there's no pesticides or other residues. Beyond that, they also do over 100,000 quality tests a year to ensure purity and potency on the final product. So they test, over 350 times on what goes into the products, and then they do over 100,000 quality tests per year on the final products themselves. Beyond that, there's also been a total of $300 million in research and development, which is absolutely I think that's more than anyone in the industry combined. There's also been 125 and more than this now published scientific papers and scientific presentations. And these are also peer-reviewed studies. So Shaklee is very open and public about the scientific studies that they're doing on their products and in natural nutrition, and it's even peer-reviewed by other people that are experts in the space. In the year 2000, Shaklee actually became the very first climate neutral certified company in the world, and meaning that they offset all of their carbon emissions. And so just like they believe in living in harmony with nature, they believe giving back, an equal part of what they take. They did that through a Million Trees campaign where they partnered with the Nobel Prize winner and the UN and planted 1 million trees. And actually since then, there's been 16 billion trees total planted worldwide. And it's even changed the climate in some parts of the world. And so when Dr. Shaklee was researching, or not Dr. Shaklee, when Roger Barnett was researching the company over those 5 years, spending the $20 million with a team of best people in the world, he actually never knew this about the company. And of course, Shaklee did it because it was the right thing to do. But he figured, we might as well get marketing credit for it as well. And so since then, Shaklee's actually been featured on Oprah. Oprah takes Shaklee products. It's also been featured on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil takes Shaklee products. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tony Robbins actually was looking at buying the company, but Roger had already bought it. He takes Shaklee products and believes in Shaklee products. NASA, actually, their astronauts take Shaklee products. And here in the bottom right, actually since the Rio Games, it's more like 140 Olympic medalists use Shaklee products as well. And this is really impressive because Olympic athletes, if there's any sort of contamination in the foods that they're eating, they can be disqualified at any point. And they're constantly being tested, on what they're taking. And so for Olympic athletes to trust Shaklee and just even to be taking any supplements at all, let alone to be trusting Shaklee, really speaks volumes about the quality and purity of their supplements. And so then last and not least is this 20-year Shaklee study that was done in Shaklee supplements. Super, this is called the landmark study. Let's see. So Shaklee, they went to UC Berkeley, and they originally were going to have test their products against the placebo group to see how much better, their supplements could improve people's health. And they did this over a 20 period of time. So a really long extended period of time. In fact, there's never been a longer supplement study than this one that's been performed. But what was interesting was UC Berkeley said, hey, if you really believe your supplements are the best, have the guts to put it up against other supplements besides Shaklee. And so they did that. And that really, again, just shows the integrity of the company and how confident they are in everything they claim that their products are and what they'll do for you. And so they did that. And what was interesting was that, Shaklee did very, very well. As you can see here, these are all key indicators of cardiovascular health, of heart health, of cognitive health, and even of biological stress, which is probably the greatest indicator of overall health. And these are huge numbers, right? Huge differences. And this is compared to the placebo group. But what was interesting was that the placebo group was second. That people were better off not taking any supplements at all besides Shaklee, and they had better health than if they were taking a different supplement besides Shaklee. So this was important because it proved two things, right? And I think this is why it's called the landmark study. First of all, it proved Shaklee products work. And it's not just this study, but there's been, again, hundreds of studies done that prove that. But second of all, it proves that they are the best, that they're better than, you're better off taking Shaklee products than other supplements as well. So in Shaklee, we have 5 different product categories. So we have protein. That's our protein over here. It's kind of our foundation, right? Recommend everybody take the protein. The protein itself has vitamins and minerals, amino acids. It has all your macro needs. So you have your protein, your carbohydrates, your fiber, fats. It also has pre and probiotics, patented blended pre and probiotics in it. By the way, there's over 71 patents in Shaklee, so these products really are unique. No one else has them, and they're patent protected. So LifeShake has protein, it has vitamins, it has pre and probiotics, it has omegas in it. It's low glycemic, it's non-GMO, it's lactose free. It also has leucine in it, which helps you maintain your lean muscle and actually help you lose fat as well. So that's really incredible. Also, we have healthy solutions. So these are targeted solutions to help with heart health, helps with blood pressure, helps with cholesterol, helps with cognitive health, heart health, stress, joint, bone, pretty much everything. Cellular health is a big one. We have specific products that can help with those things. Also, in the healthy weight category, this is our weight loss system. People have awesome results from this. It works really, really well. And that's because the entire system is designed to lower insulin levels. That if you can keep insulin lower in the body, your body will lose weight and not hold on to fat as easily. And also, there's actually a video that talks about how the weight loss system works. It's really interesting. So you can look that up on YouTube. But also the meal replacement shakes they have that leucine in it. So a lot of people, when they lose weight, they become really tired, exhausted. Their metabolism is lowered because when you lose weight, you lose fat and muscle. When you lose muscle, your metabolism goes down. It's not really healthy. And you just kind of are a smaller version, but you don't really change your body composition. Whereas this focuses on changing that body composition to the point where, you're maintaining your lean muscle, but you're also just losing fat and inches you don't need. And even gaining, some people gain lean muscle while they're taking Shaklee products because of all the leucine, the emphasis on that amino acid leucine that helps with that. Healthy beauty. So this is an old skincare line, but we have a new one that's called Youth. And that took 8 years and 8 patents to develop. And it's really cool. It's all about looking younger. And so people who, according to clinical studies, 100% of the women that were using these products had younger looking skin. But 2/3 even shifted their skin age index into a younger decade. So really, really cool. And then finally, Healthy Home. These are organic, non-toxic, biodegradable, healthy products for cleaning and laundry and all that kind of thing, even hand soap. And so I really love the laundry detergent because you can mix your whites and your colors, and because there's no chemicals, it doesn't affect anything. And I also like the basic H2. Member price is like $10.35 for a 16-ounce bottle, and that actually lasts you, I think it's 5,874 bottles of Windex. So just 2 drops of that equals an entire bottle of Windex. See, Windex, they sell you the solution. Shaklee sells you the concentrate. So for $10.35, you can make, like, basically save $20,000 or whatever on cleaning supplies. So really, really economic and safe. And then the coolest part about all of this is that all the products are 100% guaranteed. Like in the health and wellness space, this is really, really unique and really shows that the products work and that Shaklee stands behind their products. And again, just kind of goes back to the integrity of the company as a whole. So the products, like we said before, with all the tests of what goes into these products and the tests of even what comes out, they're safe. They've been proven to work through all the scientific research and studies, and then they're guaranteed to work. And if for whatever reason you need to return the product, you can, and you'll get your money back, no questions asked. And I really like this from 2 vantage points. First, everybody that I introduce these products to, I either help them or they get their money back, right? And so you can only be helping people. Second, from a business standpoint, if for whatever reason you're doing the business and you just don't like it or it's not for you, you can return the products and you can get all your money back. And so it's a really, really low risk business. Besides the fact that, it's a great position to be in the market with preventative disease. I mean, no one's really focusing on that. Also, just the fact that these products are unique, they've been patented. I don't think no one could start as a Shaklee today, right? There's just too much history and scientific research and patents on these products that I don't think there will ever be another Shaklee. And the cool thing is that we get the opportunity to market, right? And so a little bit about the opportunity. So we've kind of titled our campaign, or what we're doing here is the vision of what we're doing is better health for everyone and a better life for anyone, right? Again, pointing to improving people's health and also improving people's lives through an income opportunity. And so we invite everybody to join as a member, discounts on products, or as a distributor. And that's where the income potential comes from, right? And there's no monthly fees, right? So when you join, you're not required to pay anything monthly. So it's totally safe. But what we do recommend you do is that you begin taking the products, trying the products yourself, having experiences with the products, so that you really believe in what you're taking, right? Because if you're not using the products, then what is that? And you go out there and you're marketing these products and promoting these products. What is that really saying about you? What's that saying about Shaklee? What's that saying to your future organization, right? And so that's really, really important. Also, we'd invite you to learn more about the company and compensation. Our team, we're doing weekly meetings and training and even meeting one-on-one that people learn as much as they can. We really believe in focusing on education, right? That network marketing, we are distributing products, but more than anything, we're distributing information. We're educating people about, how they can prevent their diseases, how they can build health, how they can, make money at home with a home-based business, and just live a better life, right? Better health for everyone, a better life for anyone. And so this is really what we focus on, is education. And so it's really important that not only the products, but also know more about the company compensation, so you can also educate people and really run your business right. And so from there, then it's just a matter of sharing, educating people again, reaching out to people, educating them about how great Shaklee is and about everything we have to offer. And then from there, you really start to build this network, right? And the network is powerful. This is an asset that you're building that, just like any other business, you are building, and it grows over time, right? So some people talk about network marketing as a get rich quick thing. You know, people who really know this business know that the real wealth isn't in the short term, but it's in the long term. And so a perfect example is Jim Burke. He's, I think 3 people up from me, and he's making $700,000 a year in retirement. He's made over $30 million total in Shaklee. And, he is 80 years old. He doesn't take any medication. He has great health, smart, sharp as a tack. He used to be a colon scientist at Stanford, but he really saw the value in the Shaklee products and the business, and he ran with it. And so now he has this business that's continuing to grow and to build, and he's going to pass it on to his kids. And that growth is going to compound, is going to continue to grow over time, and they're going to pass it to their kids' kids. And that's this idea of generational income, which I think is hard for most of us to fathom, because so many of us are used to trading time for money, right? You go to work, you check in, you kind of become a modern day slave, right? You show up, you do whatever they tell you to do, and then at 5 you can leave and you can go home. Whereas this is really a business, and it's for people who want to build a business that's sustainable, that's going to grow and compound over time. You're really building wealth here, and that's really the value of the Shaklee business. So, but for people who really want to know, like, what do I need to put in, and what can I expect to get out? We want to establish realistic expectations for people. Jim Burke, he didn't build his business overnight, so this is a really helpful table with that. So this information comes from real 1099s, and you have the lowest third, the average, and the highest third. So there's even variance within these different levels. But for people who are looking to work part-time, we say you got to put in at least 6 hours if you want to grow your business. But some people put in up to 20 hours. Some people, they go full time and they put in up to 40 hours a week. It's really up to you how fast you want to grow, how much you want to put into your business. So for me, I am here at senior coordinator level. I've been doing Shaklee for about 5 months. And just another disclaimer, it takes time to get to this level. So it took me 5 months to get here. I'm optimistic about the future, and I'm going to be growing very quickly, very soon. But yeah, it takes time to build. And so we recommend people, usually a couple months to get to any one of these levels. But once you're there, this is about the average of what you'll be making. And so even just working 6 hours a week, you can be making up to $863 a month on average, right? At the first level. And then all the way up to, if we're only talking part-time, you could be making up to $4,000 a month, right? And again, I'm right here at senior coordinator, so I'm making about $2,700 a month. And that took me about 5 months to get there. So just to give you kind of an idea. And then if you, really see the value and potential in this business like I do, you might be wanting to go full-time. And at full-time, it starts here at $5,000 a month all the way up to $52,000 a month and beyond. So really, really powerful opportunity. And so, yeah. And so hopefully you've got a lot of information out of this presentation. More than anything, obviously we're not here, so I can't be asking you questions, can't be interacting with you. Some questions I like to ask people is, who do you know that's been affected by those diseases, whether it's, cancer, stroke, heart attack, diabetes. Who do you know that's been affected by that? Or even obesity. Most people, I think everybody knows people that have been affected by that. Or even, what runs in your family. And, some people have high blood pressure, or they have, obesity, or cancer, or whatever that runs in their family. And the question then becomes, what are you doing to prevent that, right? And so, the business may not be for you, but I think the products really are for everyone. And so, as I give this presentation, you kind of gauge that, but I truly see this as an opportunity for everyone. And I feel like with our economy and where things are going, network marketing is becoming more and more popular, and more accepted, and just a better way to do business. I mean, traditional advertisements really aren't working anymore. Um, a good example I think is, if a friend comes up to me and asks and tells me about a movie that he saw, I'm going to be way more inclined to go see the movie because my friend told me about it than if I just saw an advertisement on television. And I think especially when it comes to health and wellness products, there's just too many out there. There's too much hype. There's too many, brands that are just making money that don't really pay attention to the quality and effectiveness of what they're putting into their products. That if you just saw an ad, it's just not as effective as network marketing. And so anyways, I think it's an awesome opportunity for anyone. And I think, at this point, you just kind of have to ask yourself, is this a business, is this a company that you could trust? Is this something that you think you can do? We offer a lot of training, a lot of help. You have all the support from your leaders that can help you get to the point where this is something that can work for you and be really, really beneficial for you. And then finally, is it worth it to you? I mean, do you value health? Do you value preventing disease? Do you value helping people build their health, transform their health even, and um, have an income opportunity for themselves that may be better than their current situation. So yeah. And, we'd love to invite you to join and be part, whether it's just taking products, we welcome you, or whether it's, doing the business, we welcome you. And, we want to help you be as successful as you want to be. I think this business is for dream chasers, for people who want more out of life than just a 9-to-5 job. And you can definitely make all those dreams come true with Shaklee. It's part of the compensation plan. Like I said, we have the opportunity to build this business and pass it on through generations. The other cool thing is that you can grow it as far wide and as far deep as you'd like. There's no limits. I know other network marketing companies, they kind of stop at a certain level, but with this you get paid to infinity, and that's part of our patented compensation plan. Also, we have trip incentives, as you can see here, going to all over the world. We have car bonuses. We have leadership bonuses as you move up in rank. We have what else? We have bonuses for as you bring people and you grow your network. We have bonuses for retail profit, so like just the price differential between wholesale and retail price. There's 9 total ways that we get paid. So it's really incredible, and I would highly recommend it to anybody, honestly. So thanks so much for watching.